Welcome back to the program. So more good news. Look, the amount of news that is coming out is so lightning fast that we can barely even keep up. So with all the good things happening, I decided to just kind of concentrate on two that I thought were really, really cool that are just happening now. Okay. So first and foremost, we already know that President Trump has revoked the security clearance for Joe Biden. And of course, he did it to Maoist Milley as well. Well, he's also done it now to another 8 people, okay? But let me just read this real quick. Trump reveals the next 8 people that he's revoking the national security clearances from after stripping Biden and Maoist Milley, also identifies other top targets on the list. President Trump is not done laying down the law on corrupt officials who sought not only to destroy his political career, but also to put him in prison for the rest of his life. Trump announced Friday that he has revoked Joe Biden's national security clearance and is stripping his courtesy presidential daily intelligence briefings away from him as well. The president cited Biden's precedent of doing the exact same thing to him in 2021, as well as reported by the special counsel who said that he was someone with a bad memory. We know about that. Trump has now told the New York Post in an interview on Saturday that he is stripping the security clearances of 8 additional people and putting them right at the top of his list. He explained to the Post reporter Miranda Devine that his new top target is former Secretary of State Antony Blinken, who orchestrated the despicable Dirty 51 letter from former deep state officials just days before the 2020 election. Bad guy. Got to take away his passes, he said. The Post also revealed other officials on Trump's naughty list are Marxist Manhattan DA Alvin Bragg, and of course, the equally corrupt New York Attorney General and commie Letitia James, 2 individuals most responsible for trying to lock him away for good with their corrupt lawfare garbage. Trump also pointed out 5 other targets as well. National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan, revoked. Biden Deputy Attorney General Lisa Monaco, she's really, really bad, who coordinated the Department of Justice crooked response to the January 6th protests, as well as Ukraine. She set him up on Ukraine with the Ukraine thing and the impeachment. She was all behind that as well. And then the biggest dirtbag lawyer, other than maybe Jackoff Smith, is Andrew Weissman, the lead prosecutor in all the deep state special counsel Robert Mueller's investigation, as well as the investigation and impeachments into Trump. So he's going to be revoked. Lawyer Mark Zaid, who represented whistleblower Eric Ciaramella. If you remember back in the day, a few years ago, you weren't not allowed to say his name or you'd get in trouble and thrown off of, social media. I was already thrown off, so for me it didn't matter. I was saying Eric Ciaramella all the time. But everybody else was saying Eric C. or, that kind of thing. The CIA analyst identified as the snitch in Trump's political impeachment in 2019 over, of course, the perfectly normal phone call with Zelensky when they were talking about the Biden crime family corruption. And another dirtbag is Norm Eisen, another real scumbag. This is the architect of the stolen 2020 election. He's also been involved with numerous color revolutions, a real dirtbag. So he has now had his security revoked as well. But here's the thing. I don't just want these people to have their security revoked. They need to be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. They broke the law. They did lawfare. They did malicious prosecution, abuse of power, deprivation of rights under the color of law, obstruction of justice, election interference. Every single one of these people needs to go down, okay? They need to go down. They need to go to Gitmo or Rikers Island. That's where they need to be. And he said that he has a whole bunch more that he's going to be targeting. So I don't know the names of those yet, but here I'll give you a couple suggestions, Mr. President. How about that scumbag Merrick Garland, Jackoff Smith, Fannie Willis? How about Tide Pod eating drunk Nancy Pelosi? How about the liar, Adam Schiff? Just for you, Carl. Judge Mershon, Judge Engeron, Judge Chutkin, Judge Beryl. There's so many others. I know I'm missing so many. Matthew Graves, Matthew Colangelo. I mean, there's so many that need to be prosecuted and stripped. Lloyd Austin comes to mind. I mean, there's so many. I could probably go through 100 more. Okay? But it looks as though Trump is going after his political enemies. And that's exactly what the left was worried about. Oh, remember in all the confirmation hearings with Cash and with Pam Bondi and all the rest of them? Are you going to go after and go after these people? And of course, every single one of them had to remain coy. They couldn't say what they were going to do. So they said, I will follow the law. I will go after wherever the crimes are. And then they kept pressing, yeah, but are you going to go after this person? And you're going to go after that person and this person and that person? Of course we are. We just can't tell you. Of course we are. So lawyer up, dirtbags, or find a country that doesn't have extradition and stay there, because you ain't welcome here unless you want to be in a jail cell. That was number one. Number two, Doge. I love you, Doge. I love you. I love these kids. I swear, when this is done, whoever these kids are, these 19, 20, 21-year-old kids, we need to have a monument of them in the middle of Washington with each one of them giving double middle fingers. That's right. Double middle fingers to the rest of Washington, because they are heroes. They are saviors. They are patriots. God bless each and every one of these young kids. They are now sleeping. That's right. They are sleeping in these buildings. And it just broke right now that Elon Musk has ordered, check this out. Let me pull this one up. I just saw it like 5 minutes ago. Doge orders high-tech sleeping pods so that these coders don't even have to leave. How awesome is that? This is, let's see here. Eight Sleeps AI-powered pods arrived at Doge headquarters, enabling Elon's entire team to optimize their rest while working around the clock. The $1.94 trillion in federal waste is not gonna cut itself. The smart beds use machine learning to track vital signs and automatically adjust temperature for each sleeping stage, achieving a 78% accuracy compared to medical grade EEG, whatever that is. Perfect for power naps between budget cuts. And there's an image kind of these different things. These kids are unbelievable. They are unbelievable what they are doing. They are locking these people out. It is glorious. Absolutely glorious. Last thing I wanted to cover, speaking of glorious, was this. These federal workers are so upset. They have been locked out of everything. They can't get into anything. It is the most glorious thing ever. Federal workers reveal that 19 to 21-year-olds that are working with Doge are conducting 15-minute job justification interviews. It doesn't get any better than that. Job justification interviews. You remember the movie Office Space from the late 90s? When the two of them sit down and they look at one of the guys there, one of the main characters, and he's like, so, can you tell us, what exactly do you do here, right? That's exactly what these kids are doing. They are taking these career criminals, these bureaucratic dirtbags that have been there for years and years and administration after administration, and they are sitting them down, probably what? I don't know. They're probably 40 to 50 years older than these kids, the majority of them, and saying, what are you actually doing? How can you justify your paycheck in the next 15 minutes before we fire your ass? I love it. I absolutely love it. And here's some audio of these triggered bureaucrats. Let me see. Is this a? It's a. a Rumble link, so obviously there's going to be some weird commercial first. So here, let me mute it, and then hopefully it'll be loud enough to be able to hear this. But this is just classic.
Introducing the Ungun,
Oh, I didn't
the
mute
non-lethal.
it. Hang on a second. So anyway, so you're going to hear it here in just a second. But this is just like the best news ever. I can't even believe this is all happening. It's so great. All right, one more ad. Whoops, I just hit the wrong thing. Figures, there we go. Okay, 2, 1, skip. Okay, I don't know if you can hear it. It's a little low, so I'm going to kind of stop it and read it for you. But here's what it says here. I was nervous to come up here and speak just for retaliation purposes. God, this is really, really low volume for some reason. Let me see if I can get some speaker on it. That's a little better.
I just wanted to share.
I just wanted to share some things that are going on at my agency. In the last week, we had Elon Musk. We had Elon Musk in our building, and after he visited the building, called for a 50% cut to the entire agency. Now they're not saying which agency this one is.
My colleagues are getting
15-minute
one-on-one
check-ins
with 19, 20, and 21-year-old
with 19, 20, and 21-year-old college graduates asking to justify their existence. Supervisors are being told not to tell their staff anything, withhold information. Today we got word that
supervisors
must now fill out a justification form. I love it.
Form,
and there's going to be just a 30% rank and yank of all staff in my agency.
And to top it all off,
one of Musk's top lieutenants and his wife and young child
have shacked up on
the 6th floor of our agency and are living there. Listen to the groans. The hallway has been blocked off as a special access list for people who can't get back there.
Queer
and trans folks in my agency are being doxxed. This is garbage. This is not true. This is scare tactics. They would never do this.
Being doxxed in public.
Their lives are threatened. Yeah. All of that is all bullshit. But how do you like that,
These may
huh?
look like dentures
And the best part,
but in fact, it's some of the newest dental implant technology.
Get this off here. But the best part is that they're doing this in every single agency. They're ordering these pods, so now these people are going to be sleeping. They're going to be running literally 24/7. They're not leaving. We are going to audit every single part of the entire federal government. And when they are done, every one of these reports is going to be as long as, War and Peace, okay? It's going to be a huge, huge, huge book filled with things to cut, things that are wasteful, and better yet, people to be prosecuted. Lawyer up, scumbags, because we're coming for you. And now The hunters are gonna be the hunted. Those are my thoughts. What are yours? Put them down in the comments below. We'll see you in the next one.